All right, this is Dennis Wells. I'm here with Brad Ericks, the Brad Ericks Group with Advanced Real Estate, and super excited to have you on the podcast. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, my pleasure. So tell me how you got into the real estate business.
Well, a while ago, years ago, I was actually helping run a high-end custom home building business and got to know a lot of realtors, title companies, inspectors in the area. When the economy went south, I eventually ended up finding my way into doing real estate, which was it was a great thing for me. I got sick of other people's bad decisions influencing my income. And if I was going to be putting in extra time, I wanted to be the one that was going to be benefiting from that. So just decided to bet on myself and been doing that for about 8 years now.
Great. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit. So working in the custom home building part of that, I'm sure that influences your ability to do real estate. What are some benefits of having that experience with the home building going into doing the real estate you're doing right now?
Better understanding of what happens behind the drywall typically, and I tend to have a little more critical eye than a lot of other people. When I'm walking people through homes, I feel that my job is to point out problems. It could be potential big ones. If you point out a few little ones, it's like, okay, not a big deal. But if you point out problem after problem after problem after problem, come to find out the buyers are like, no, you know what, that house just needs a little too much work. So I try and save my clients a little time and money by doing that, unless they're absolutely in love with the house. But other than that, I'm just trying to make sure my clients know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, cool. And how does that help you? I know that you list a lot of houses as well. So how does that help you when you're going in to list a property?
Well, I mean, I have a pretty good understanding as far as like what new construction competition we could be running up against, and want to make sure we position ourselves to be competitive against that. In my past, I have a rough idea as far as how much builders mark things up, and get an idea sometimes like, okay, if this home has been on the market this long, it's like they've had to carry an awful lot of loans, and they've got a lot of costs incurred. So it's like maybe there's some negotiation room. Honestly, listing high-end new construction would really be my my bread and butter, because it's like if I have a builder that I really respect, it's like I will talk them up like nobody's business, because out of all the realtors out here in Northwest Indiana, there's very few, if any, other ones that actually used to be a builder and is now a realtor.
Yeah. And how would you compare some of probably what you did with the custom high-end builder with a lot of I know there's a lot of tract home builders that are putting product out there that is at a very affordable point. How would you compare kind of your experience and the custom builders without naming any names, with those types of construction?
Just my experience with the custom home builders, it's like they don't typically go with anything that's like builder grade. There really is no such thing. When you run into a lot of more production builders, they will, they try and make sure they get people in at the lower number, then they can upgrade themselves if they want to invest more. But knowing what goes on behind the scenes, like going with 2x6 construction, better insulation, knowing which concrete contractors are out there, the framers, painters, drywallers. I have a pretty good idea as far as who is good and reputable out there versus some other builders that go with the lowest price contractor they can find, and then hammer them even worse. And that runs into a bit of an issue if and when there's issues. And usually when you hammer contractors that low, they are not really motivated to get back and address any problems that may be coming up. When you're more higher end and you've built up good relationships with people, like including the contractors, they're usually a lot easier to get out to fix things when things go wrong. And, if you're one of their 15 client in a year, you're going to get a lot of custom attention versus somebody who does like 100 plus homes a year.
Yeah, no,
based on my experience from what I've seen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And would you say, or how would you say that the competition is between new construction and existing construction in the Northwest Indiana area?
Well, I mean, I tell my buyers and even warn my sellers, existing homes usually get more for the money. You usually get a home that's well landscaped. You get like irrigation systems. You usually get other perks that are significant add-ons when you're, building something brand new. And with the way that construction costs have gone up over the past few years, that gap between, new construction and existing it's not pretty sometimes. It's like you can get a lot for your money with existing properties. If you have something very specific in mind, kind of like a new car where it's like you want it where nobody else has touched it, then you can go new construction. But keep in mind, you're probably going to have to get an irrigation system. You're going to have to upgrade the landscaping. There's other little things that you're going to want to add to it. I don't know, decks, patios, usually have to pay extra for some of those versus existing construction. If you're good with something that's out there, great. And usually you're a little better with taxes.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's your take on the housing market in Northwest Indiana right now? I know, it's different every market. So what is your take?
It is. I mean, it's been a very good thing being in Northwest Indiana with the way Illinois and Cook County have been run. I've helped a lot of people who are getting the heck out of Cook County, getting out of Illinois, coming over to this side of the border, and saving tons on taxes. The properties are more affordable over here. It's a different lifestyle. I mean, I tell this story before where it's like I was living in a townhome and my taxes were like $2,000, $2,500, and I knew somebody else in Tinley Park with a very similar townhome and their taxes were triple. Yeah. There's a lot to be said for coming out here. I mean, some people don't like being 15 minutes away from everything. Other like towns, bigger towns or cities in Illinois, you may be like 5-6 minutes away from things. And, that's what they're used to. For us, the trade-off is you save a lot of money long run and, you do a little extra driving. It's not that big of a deal.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the financial mismanagement and the taxes and everything in Illinois is,
Yeah.
Things are better in Indiana, I think.
Yeah. The governors and mayors are some of our best referral agents.
I love it.
And thank you. Keep it up, Illinois.
Yeah, absolutely. So talk a little bit about your ideal client. I know, like all of us, you're willing to help anybody, but those people that really fit in with your expertise.
I tell you, I've got one listing that's going to be coming up soon. Just a wonderful human being. She's got a beautiful home in Briar Ridge that she's going to be putting up on the market. Just having that past builder experience and just being around $1 million plus homes really helps, and just making sure that you keep a great reputation with other agents, because there's agents out here where if you see that particular name on a listing and you're going to be showing it, you're going to be like, oh no, this could be a headache. And I still do the best I can for my clients, but I'm going to try and do the best I can to keep a good reputation with everyone.
Sure.
So I usually tell my sellers, it's like I like to think I'm one of those agents where people see that name on the listing and they're like, okay, I want to do a deal with him. Let's figure out a way to make this work. Versus, oh great, that agent's on here. It's like, oh, this is going to be a nightmare all the way through. So you catch more flies with honey. So that's the route I like to go, and get my clients to benefit from that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always feel like that obviously every seller wants to make as much money as they possibly can.
Absolutely.
But you're going to net more money when you're working with a more professional agent than a less professional agent, because of the ability to negotiate, the ability to understand the market, and the fact that this is all that you do.
Yeah.
You have your finger on the pulse of everything.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. It's like in a way, I kind of wish buyers and sellers could see how their agents are just not doing themselves a service. I mean, they are doing and saying things that are not helping out their clients. And if only the people actually knew what their agents' reputations were. It's like you have to do a lot of work. It's like you got to find an agent who's available, will answer the phone, respond to text, has a good reputation in the industry, is always working. I can't tell you how many times I've had people say, "Oh man, thank you so much for answering the phone." It's like the bar's that low, and sure enough, I mean, it's like agents that on the other end of a transaction. They're MIA. They only speak to their assistants once in a great while, and they just feel like they're just. I get the impression they feel like they're just too good to handle, the normal parts of the transaction. They just get the deal, and then they just let their office staff take care of it. I mean, I do have staff that helps, but I'm still the one in charge and takes the lead on everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that communication is important. Like you're saying, you know. It's not something where we have to do every little thing, because in my world, my production partner is much better with paperwork and all of those kinds of things, and knowing what she's looking for, and all of that, communicating with the underwriter than I am. But we're still the face of the business, and we are the primary contact with the client. And I have no problem connecting the client with her to make sure, hey, we get it exactly how we need it, but at the same time, like we're saying, at the end of the day, we're the ones that need to take the lead on communication.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, very cool. So, talk a little bit here about, we talked about the market, and so what are your goals here for the next 3 to 5 years in real estate?
Ooh, man, I tell you, I mean, I've got a great agent that's working with me right now. I'd love to add 1 or 2 more on there to help them grow. I'm not necessarily looking for like 20 or 30 agents. I don't have the desire to do that. I'd rather find a few really good people, help them grow, so that we can both benefit from it, and we can help out an awful lot of buyers and sellers in the process. So, if we can help an awful lot more families buy and sell here in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland, that would make me very happy, because I'm in this industry to, I don't know, I really enjoy the relationships I've built. There are people where I get invited to baby showers, birthday parties, weddings, absolute 4th of July parties. I mean, it's very fulfilling to me to build those kind of relationships. And I still have some clients from like 5-6 years ago who I just can't wait to see whenever I get a chance to see. So I'd say build more relationships and help out a lot more families.
Love it. I love it. Well, I know that the work of the work of a realtor is kind of 24/7, but when you're not doing real estate, what do you enjoy doing?
I tell you, I used to have to get out a little bit. I felt like I was a hermit for quite a while. Then I ended up, finding some good people to hang out with. I'll do like trivia once in a while, bingo occasionally. When winter hits, when it's a little slower, I'll go on vacation a little bit. But I've found that I really love hanging out with my kids, my grandkids. Just going out socially for a little bit here and there. Silly as it may sound, I've got a few other middle-aged friends where sometimes our fun is just playing Fortnite on a Friday night, where it's like, all right, I've got nothing else to do. It's like, let's go get our butts kicked by a bunch of 12-year-olds. So it's very funny. It's like, you know what? For middle-aged men, there could be way worse hobbies that we have.
I love it. I love it. That is awesome. So, and I know that you have, been on TV before several times.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
How did you get into that?
At one point, I was dating someone who she was called what's a stand-in. So she would essentially stand in place of a particular actress while they're setting everything up. And then when they actually came to film, then the actress would come in. So she was a stand-in for one of the actresses on a TV show called The Chi. And she told me I should get involved and, try doing that. Said, you submit, they'll probably take you. And sure enough, I started doing that and they started taking me. So it was a blast. I've been on, it's not acting. Trust me, it is not acting. I've been an extra for Chicago Med, PD, Chicago Fire, a TV show called Fargo, another one called Next. Was on, boy, it feels like a lifetime ago, was on Oprah talking about the new ability to take live video and put it on the internet. Yes, that's how old I am. And a few dating episodes with Steve Harvey a while ago. That was an experience as well.
Well, you're adventurous. You don't mind trying new things and being the cutting edge, like putting video on the internet. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Jeez, if you could find that video somewhere, it's funny. Oh my gosh, so outdated. It's hilarious.
Yes. Yes. Well, speaking of cutting edge, I know that AI is the big thing and the rage now. Are you using AI at all in your business? And if so, what are you utilizing it for?
It really helps me maintain my polished look when it comes to communication, when it comes to social media, when it comes to like business planning. Helps out with a few other things behind the scenes, but I use it constantly. And if there's other people out there who are not using it, great. Keep not using it. That'll make the rest of us who use it look even better.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are you a ChatGPT fan, Claude, or Gemini?
I go between ChatGPT and Claude.
Okay.
I go between the two of them. Just, I've gotten really used to ChatGPT, but I've heard very good things about Claude, so I'm looking into that a little bit more as well.
So, yeah. I think there's a space for both of them, and I do like that. I feel like Claude you're able to train it a little bit more. And, I'm sure that you're the same way. It's like you don't just take the output and throw it out there. You take it and you refine it and make sure that it's you and that it's accurate and all of that.
You don't want to sound like you don't want to sound like AI all the time every time you're responding to a text, an email, or posting a listing online. I can tell by listings when I see them, like, all they did was just punch a little info and ChatGPT throw it out. I'm like, put in more effort than that, please, people.
Right. Well, and that's kind of a giveaway too. It's like if you're not putting in effort in one part, how much effort are you going to put in another part?
It's like if you're skimping in one place, how many other places are you skimping?
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to get together today and record this episode. I'm sure folks are going to want to get a hold of you. What's the best way for them to contact you?
My cell phone number is 219-712-6452. And my email is brad@bradericks.com.
Right. Well, thank you again so much. And I can tell why you're so successful. And I know that there's great things, even greater things in the days to come.
All right. Thank you, Dennis. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Brad.
All right. You're welcome.